In this video, we will be discussing the Tools tab. The Tools tab comprises of widgets, namely Bookmark, Draw, Coordinate Conversion, Swipe, Elevation Profile, and Add Data. Let's jump right into the tools. The first tool is the Bookmarks tool. To open the Bookmarks tool, simply click on the tool, and then you will open the Bookmarks tab. This Bookmarks tab can be drawn and moved around. We can also increase the size of the tool. And the bookmarks works like this. If we want to zoom to a specific area, say for example, we want to go to Bayview, we can just simply click on Bayview and it will automatically zoom to Bayview. If we want to, say for example, go to Freemansheim, we can go click on Freemansheim and then it will take us to Freemansheim. If we want to, say for example, go to Hartenbos, click on Hartenbos and it zooms automatically to the extent of Hartenbos. Next tool we will be discussing is the Draw tool. Simply once again, click on the Draw tool. Let's move it across our screen and let's make it a little bit bigger. So say for example, we want to draw something on this map. What we can do is we can either put a point, a line, a polygon, a rectangle, or a circle. So let's say for example, let us draw a polygon. Let us draw a polygon over the Hartenbos River. So let's choose that one. Here we can increase or decrease the transparency. So let's make it about 60% transparent. And let's also increase our line width to 2.5. And furthermore, let's also just add an area measurement. And let's change our unit to, let's say, square kilometers. Right, so how would I go about to draw? I'll firstly click on the boundary, how I want to draw. And as I go around, I can just click, 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 add in a node or a vertice for every point that I want to click around. Right, so let's just trace around here and let's end it over there. And once we're done, all we have to do is just double click and it will then draw that feature, telling us that area that we just drew was 0.02 kilometers. And if we want to close our feature, we can simply click on clear to remove all. Let us draw another two features. So let's say, for example, we're going to draw two red circles with a perimeter of square meters. And let's do that. So let's just draw this polygon again. Double click polygon. Okay, there's our area. And now let's do a circle. So there's our circle of interest. Right. And if we only want to delete, say for example, the circle, we can then go and select the circle. We can either make it bigger or smaller. And we can delete it. Right? Or we can select the polygon and we can duplicate it. So we can put a polygon on top of a polygon. And if we want to delete the second polygon, we can just simply click delete. And if we want to clear all our drawings, then we can just click on the clear all button. The next tool is the coordinate conversion tool. So let's simply click on the coordinate conversion, drag it across the left hand side, and let us click on to add a point on the map. Right, so let's click to add a point on the map. And let's say, for example, we want to see what the coordinates are of this theme park. So let's click on the theme park. It puts a point on the map. We can just simply close the pop-up. And from that point, we can see that the coordinates are in decimal degrees. We can copy the coordinates. We can also then convert the decimal degrees to degrees in minutes and seconds. And we can also see the lat and the longitude, as well as various other conversions for the specific coordinates which we added on the map. We can also go to the settings bar and we can change the input format settings. So say, for example, we want to input as degrees, minutes, and seconds, and we want to convert that to decimal degrees. So let's just say OK. We can click on the plus icon to add another conversion. So let's just close that. We use our point again on the map, and let's see what is our coordinates of this knob. So there we can go. We can see that our input values are in degrees, minutes, and seconds. And then to output the decimal degrees, we can simply just click on copy, and then we can copy that decimal degrees into other types of applications. The next tool we will be discussing is the swipe tool. Simply open the swipe tool, and you can choose which layers you want to lead and which layers you want to trail. So let us click on the swipe tool, and let's, for example, show how it's swiping between the property layer. So as you swipe across, you can see how the property layer disappears. But let's, for example, swipe between two different imagery layers. So the 2018 photos and the 2020. So let's go click on our imagery. And now let's go back to our swipe tool. And let us just switch off registered property as a medium layer. So there we go. So now we can see, switch off in the layer list. And now we can swipe across to view the 2018 photos on the left and the 2020 photos on the right. So if we zoom a little bit further in, we can now view how this building has changed over 2 years, if there are any changes. So in this image, we are viewing the 2018 photos, and this is how it looks in 2020. So notice the resolution changes of the imagery. And let's, for example, just go switch on our zoning layer, and let's swipe across our zoning. So now we can see imagery and zoning above imagery. The next tool is a new addition to the public viewer, and that is the elevation profile. To open the elevation profile, simply click on widget once again, and we can then move the elevation profile across. And now we can draw a line. So let's click on draw, and let's say, for example, we want to see elevation profile from the sea across Mossel Bay over the golf course to the other side of the bay. And once we're done, we can double click, and then it will automatically generate an elevation profile. We can also make the profile a little bit bigger, so we can view. So as we move across, we can view. If you see on top of it there, you can view how the point is moving and how the elevation profile goes. If we want to download this, we can click on export, download it as a CSV file for the intervals. Alternatively, we can also change the elevation units from meters and the distance units to kilometers. And if we want to create a new profile, we can simply just say create the profile, and we can then draw on the map, end our profile, and there's our new elevation profile from that point to that point, and we can move across the elevation profile to see how we're progressing on the map. The next tool is the Add Data tool. The Add Data tool allows you to add data either by searching, for example, in the Living Atlas. You can add by a URL, a REST service, or you can add a file such as a KMZ or a shapefile. So let's say, for example, we want to search the VERS hotspot thermal activity. So what you can do is you can click on the satellite VERS thermal image. You can say done. And then over here on the actions, you can just say add to map. All right. And as we zoom in, we can now view the thermal activities in the Mossel Bay region, if there are any. So here we can see there's just a few little fires. And if we go to the legend, we can then see the radiative power of the fires. To add another layer, for example via a URL, we can simply click on the plus icon. We go to URL, we can then paste a REST service in. We can click on add, say done. The layer will then be in the add data. We'll then click on our actions and we'll say add to map. And then notice the urban boundaries of the Chief Surveyor General will then be added to the map. So if you have any type of REST service, you can add it using this tool.